Money Radio, discussing the business of making and spending money.
Hello, world. For God and Country, we're back in the studio to talk about agriculture on the agribusiness segment of the Money Radio. Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, depending on where you're watching this podcast from. My name is Dadu Utse, and your AgroTela radio, or your AgroTela podcast king, and it's exciting to be here in the studio to talk about agriculture, food and agriculture. We will keep talking about this until we're able to provide some level of understanding for humanity, which I believe it's forever. Because we've been saying this for like forever, and a lot of people are still struggling to understand what we mean by agribusiness. And thankfully to the Money Radio platform, here coming to you from the Leadership Podcast Studio, we will be talking yet again about agriculture, food and agriculture. So it's nice to have you join us, and I assure you that this few minutes we'll be spending together will be a huge time of learning. It will be a huge time of helping you to understand what the industry is all about in a segment, and then find a way to help you explore and invest in the agricultural sector as Nigeria and indeed the African region is concerned. So once again, I say welcome to the Money Radio and also to the podcast studio of the Leadership newspaper. So right away, we will take a few of the headlines that happened this few weeks. Because of our time, we won't be able to take much. But of course, you're aware that this week, NIMET actually reactivates the warning floods. I'm saying it over and over again because it's one aspect that actually affects every citizen, but affects farmers and people who have huge investments in the agricultural sector more. Yes, we know that, floods affect everybody, but farmers are actually one of the major people who feel the impact of some of this flooding. So we're using this podcast channel to also say, if you're listening to this and you're within the region and the state mentioned by NIMET, to take some level of precaution. As a farmer, if your crops are within the range of harvest or you've gained some level of production, some of the things experts will advise you to do is to find a way to harvest as much as you can and move them to a safe location. And then maybe when the floods have gone and are done, you can come back to the farm and see what you can salvage. However, it's also important that you take your life seriously and consider moving to a higher ground as advised by NIMET, and avoid staying in that area of a countryside that may affect or impact your life in general. And of course, this podcast is coming to you from the Leadership newspaper channel. So from whichever channel you are listening to, you're listening or watching this podcast from, please feel free to send us your question and your contribution so that we can actually answer or respond to them with the expert. Today also, we will just take you through some food prices. Like we said, the last episode of this show, we talked about how the food price is actually rising. Of course, you know that some of the crops we're actually having to deal with some crops that are actually taking we just harvest, or they are coming into the market fresh. Something like the palm oil. Are you aware that palm oil is actually more expensive than crude oil? And so that's the reality. And at least in every 3 days, an average family in Nigeria consume at least one bottle of palm oil on the average. And so right now, it will interest you to know that palm oil in this side of the world, in Nigeria, at the moment, it's selling for 1,000 naira and to 1,200, depending on where you're buying from. And that is the regular market, local market price. If it's a processed and packaged, I assure you the price will go beyond that rate. And of course, you know that rice is one of the things that right now we are not yet harvesting rice proper. However, rice is also on the rise at the moment. The rice is selling for 950. The local rice, the mudu, the small size mudu, popular in this axis of town of Nigeria, in Abuja, a local market in Abuja, is going between 950 per mudu to 1,100. That depends on the quality of the rice and the type of rice in general. And so that's the reality that is upon us. And so, but for the imported rice, which is also banned, but of course they are within our markets, they're selling for 1,400 to 1,350 to 1,400 on the average. Okay. So, and we will go on a quick short break. And when we return, we will introduce our topic and start the conversation. Thank you.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Money Radio, discussing the business of making and spending money.
So welcome back to the Money Radio podcast studio, coming to you from the Leadership Newspaper podcast studio. And we're doing all of this for God and country. And of course, I'm not here alone. I have Dr. Idris Yusuf, who is here live with us. Good afternoon, Dr. Idris. He's looking shiny, and of course, it's Dr. Idris is a major industry person here in the Capital Territory of Abuja, who is a veterinary surgeon, a leading one at that, who is also with the Ashif Life team, doing a whole lot of things, treating animals and cutting them through and patching them back. That's one of the things Dr. Idris does almost on a daily basis. Welcome to the podcast studio once again. It's good to have you again, and we hope to still have you again and again. How we do a lot of education for our people.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here.
Yeah. So, of course, today we will be talking about exploring the meat, the chicken meat value chain generally. And then, of course, we're also not alone. We also have Mr. Abhijit, who is the country manager for Ashish Life Team, who is joining us via online, who's joining us via Skype. Good afternoon, Mr. Abhijit. Can you hear us loud and clear?
Yeah. I can hear you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Rado. Good afternoon, Dr. Idris.
Afternoon,
nice to see you again.
Fantastic. And of course, we also have Dr. Ahmed Dib, who will soon be live with us. And then we will explore, as soon as he comes up, we will have him join this conversation with us. So I would like to start this conversation. Of course, you are the one I'm seeing one-on-one here with you. How do we explore, how can people explore the opportunities in the chicken meat value chain?
Thank you very much. This just from what we said last week, the opportunity in the chicken meat value chain is enormous. So everyone can actually tap in it. The growing population of youth can actually go into farming, and you can choose the one that suits to your taste, or the one that you feel you have the capacity to do. Not until you have billions or trillions before you can actually go into it. You can actually go into it at a day-old chick level, where you get the day-old chick from the hatchery. The It's not hard.
So when you mean DO chicks, for people who are not familiar with it,
when I mean DOC, it means the DO of the chicken.
From the start of life of the small size of chicken.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Usually the DO, you take it from the hatchery and then you can resell. And people will buy from you and they raise it. So the thing is that you need to meet the professionals to tell you the value chain. And that's exactly what we are doing here. From the value chain, right from the hatchery to the farmers. You can be the middleman, you help farmers to meet the professionals. They tell you where to get the correct ones, they give you the histories, and they help you get from the hatchery. You resell to the farmers. Or if you want to be the farmer yourself, you can start from backyard, maybe 5, 10, 20 to experiment, and you will with the professional
expand over time.
You can expand over time. Most people start with 200, 100, and you go ahead with it. But if you want to actually go into the real business
at a commercial
level, you meet the professionals and they tell you what to do. They will take you right from from step to step. They will tell you is the market you are going to target that matters. And most people don't even go into production. They go to farmers, they pick, and they redistribute to the sellers. And most people do the chicken suya joints itself. Most people sell to the eateries. Most people sell to hotels. We can join between
any of the value chain. So it's beyond. From what you've just said, it's from any level you have capacity to explore. At a commercial level, and then you can be a housewife or somebody who is also dealing with ASU strike and they are home for now.
You are right.
And then you can take care of your chicken while that is going on and make some money.
With just 100, if you're doing production, you can be making 100,000, 50,000, 60,000, depending on how you handle it very well.
Fantastic.
Those that are on the ASU strike, the students that are so you can just engage them.
So give us an idea. The chicken we're talking about, the meat value is only the broiler or the noila or the other cockerels or other details or local chicken.
Yeah, what exactly that is good for commercial and what we focus on is the broiler industry. Because the broiler grows within a very short period of time. So people within 4 to 5 weeks,
depending on the requirement
of the consumer, you can get a weight like 1.2, even 2.5 at 6 weeks, 7 weeks, depending on how you handle it. The professional can help you to do it because there are some markets, there are some history, there are some hotels that will tell you they don't need anything that is higher than 6 weeks, 7 weeks, or 5 weeks at most. So it's something you can raise within a very short period, and your money is coming back to you. Yeah. Professionally, we don't even advise anybody, or we don't advise the farmers to keep their broilers longer than 10 weeks. Because when you are keeping them longer than 10 weeks, it means the feed conversion ratio will start dropping. And which means
the meat value.
Yes, the meat value may drop, which means the economic value is dropping and not the meat value.
Not the meat value.
The economic value, because they will be taking more feed at that time,
and they are unable to
convert it to waste, to the weight, which means you are losing. So when it's 10 week maximum.
But you know, in Africa here, we like very strong broiler meat. So we like it very hard.
Yeah, that's those that we like. We always refer them to choose something like spent layers.
Okay.
Those spent layers spend a lot of the fillet.
2 years almost.
Yes, more than 2 years of their life cycle.
So instead of relying on the broiler directly for such kind of meat, you can explore either even local chicken in particular.
So you can go for the cockerel, which is also for commercial, or you go for the noilas, depending on which one you really want to go for. But if you actually want to go into, because there's still lacune within the production industry of broiler, of generally chicken meats in the country and in Africa at large. So there's a whole lot of opportunity for us to tap into. In fact, if you are producing 100,000 of broiler every 2 months,
there's a market that can consume. That's
just for you to know the business strategy, know where to come in, and know how to handle it.
Fantastic. So I'll get back to Mr. Abhijit. Are you still with us?
Yes. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay, so you listen to your fellow countryman because you are gradually becoming a full-time Nigerian. You've been
Yeah.
around with us doing a whole lot. I can see you're on transit. I can bet you are going to another state in Nigeria.
No. I'm in Lagos. I was just
Okay,
gone
you're
out.
within Lagos.
Yeah, I'm
So you are
within Lagos.
stuck in Lagos traffic.
No, yeah, certainly. Traffic in
Okay,
Lagos, traffic
okay.
in Lagos is too much. It's too much.
You better move to Abuja anyway. But that's on the side. So, I mean, you've been around doing a whole lot, trying to
Right.
support farmers in the industry. Um, how will you rate so far the engagement the entire climate of business as far as Nigeria is concerned at the moment?
No, see, in terms of business, Nigeria is especially for like this poultry business and livestock business is the biggest business, what I should say, because population of animals like Nigeria uh, is the fifth biggest, largest country, populated animals country in the whole world, right?
Wow, that's good to
Yeah,
know.
yeah. And second most important thing is that last time also I told that, see, value chain, the whole term of this particular word, what I understood, people, they don't understand the whole world, the whole term of this value chain for the industry. See, recession can be on any industry. It can be in mechanical industry, it can be IT industry, it can be financial industry, but in food industry, it cannot become recession cannot be there in industry. So this is one of the biggest opportunity for all the youths who can start, just like Dr. Idris said, they can start as a backyard farmer with 5, 10, 20 chicken. They start learning the process.
Also,
They understand.
just a quick one. Just a quick one. We also have Dr. Amadip, who is joining
Yeah,
us also
yeah.
live from India. Good afternoon, Dr. Amadip.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, Nigeria, and my colleagues. How hope everything is going good.
Fantastic.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So Mr. Abhijit, you can drive in your points. So what you're basically saying is youth and people who are in the country can take advantage of these opportunities
Exactly.
because we don't expect other people or foreigners to come in to do this business. It's an
Exactly.
opportunity that first
Exactly.
Nigerians have to find a
Exactly.
way to explore and create wealth
Right.
through that
Right.
channel, right?
Right. See, if I come to food industry, you see almost every month you will see one, either a new restaurant has started or someone had expanded his restaurant. And chicken is one of the, it has now become a part of our food. Most of the
Fantastic.
Nigerians, it has now part of our food. So it can be a
Fantastic.
big opportunity for the youths to choose it as their business. Now, understand one basic important thing: whenever a poultry farmer has started a business, as a poultry farmer, they have to understand whether he is a farmer or he is a business owner. See,
Fantastic.
farmer owner is have only the figures, only the calculation that I have 5,000 broilers and I have to raise them up to 5 weeks, and 6 weeks I will just take it out and slot it, dress it, and like this.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
you become a business owner,
Okay. So
if you become a business owner, yeah.
yeah. So we're having okay. I would like to at this point. I would like to bring in Dr. Amadip. Dr. Amadip, can you hear us?
Yeah, very clear and loud.
Okay. So I mean, you are aware of the Nigerian market for some time now, and your team is doing
Yeah,
a whole lot in the industry.
yeah,
to
True.
strengthen production in this regard. In your view, how do you encourage citizens and people in this part of the world to explore the chicken meat value chain in this part of the world?
Yeah. See, first of all, thank you very much for giving ALS as a platform to discuss on the, the important aspect, that food value chain. See, now what happens? See, food is a very important thing for any living creature, whether it is a viruses, bacteria, obviously animal, as well as the human being. And as we humans, we have canines also. So we have very important aspect that meat is very crucial part of our, food. Whether that is a poultry meat or whether that is, any kind of flesh. As far as these the value chain, what you are talking about is concerned, that now the most important aspect for our diet is protein,
Okay.
right? And the ready-made source of protein is nothing but chicken. And protein is such a nutrition which is required for all the creatures in the world to grow. If it is human being or whether it is any kind of animal. So that's why this is a very important aspect. And obviously, that's why this chicken market or the poultry market plays very crucial role as far as this food value chain is concerned. Hello?
Big is doing a lot of big into huge production of chicken meat generally in thousands and billions of birds in India. Comparing
Yeah.
Nigeria chicken meat industry or value chain, how would you rate the level of investment and commitment by both farmers, governments, and other private sector actors?
Yeah, you're talking about for India perspective?
Pardon?
Hello? Are you talking about Indian perspective?
Yes, yes. What I mean is, in view of how will you compare the two industry in terms of how it's been explored, India, Nigeria, market view generally?
Yeah. See, the thing is that India is, very diversified country, and as far as the technology is concerned, now that is far beyond. Now it has technically very vast. As far as the now you take off artificial intelligence, or you take any kind of feed formulation. So India is now, you have become one of the topmost leader in the world for the poultry, and lot many researches on poultry, especially for the diseases, for the feed, these are being done. And Ashish, that's why it is there. We have a presence in Nigeria to have those kind of technical expertise and to give it to the emerging market, like we have Nigeria in one of the emerging market for poultry. So that's how we want to be
Fantastic.
there with best of our all the technicalities and the products. Hello? 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 Hello?
What
Hello?
unemployment level is growing, you can actually utilize the opportunity that we have, the growing populations, and make sure we train them and retrain them on this little value chain that there's a vacuum, that is a lacune, and bring them into the production industry. Or if you don't want to go into the industry, you just need to split the value chain, because the value chain right from the hatchery, even right from getting the eggs, right from the breeders that will lay the eggs, taken to the hatchery to hatch them, from the hatchery to the day-old chick seller. Some of them raise from the day-old to 1 week or 2 weeks, and they sell. Most people don't have time to brood. You can breed, you can be in between. You can be the brood, you can be the brooder. That you brood your
and then sell the eggs.
No. You brood. You know what I mean by brooding.
Okay,
That you
brooding,
raise
raising the
from,
chicken, caring for the
caring
birds
for the chicken.
when they are tender and young.
Yeah, when they are tender and young, maybe for 10 days or 2 weeks.
Yes.
And you sell. Most people brood for 3 weeks and they sell.
So-
So you can actually go in. And most people take it from day old to 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, depending. And they sell, depending on the market they are targeting. And those that even don't want to go into production at all, they are feed industry. You can actually tap into the feed. Either you want to compile the feed yourself.
So
or you
whichever
want to-
segment
whichever
you are
segment you
interested
want to-
in,
yes.
you can put in your resources and explore that segment of the
Come out.
market.
Yes.
Fantastic. So, if you're wondering what you're listening to, you're listening to the agribusiness segment of the Morning Radio Show. Here, coming to you from the podcast studio of Leadership Newspaper, here from the city center of Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Abuja. And of course, we are talking about food and agriculture. My name is Adado Osayo, AgroTela Radio King. As it is in Nigeria, we're also exploring chicken meat value chain, and of course, we have been getting contributions from Mr. Abhijit, who is joining us via online, and also Dr. Amadip, who is also joining us all the way from India, who we are exploring this topic altogether. And of course, Dr. Idris, who is also here, a vet surgeon, who is also doing justice to the topic. So I would like to get back to Mr. Abhijit. Are you still with us?
Yes. I'm still with.
Okay, so as it is, in your view, we can do so much with the little that we have as a country, and we need everyone who can fit in or idle who really need to create wealth to explore this industry. What challenges do you think that we need to overcome as a people to explore this value chain, chicken meat value chain in the country?
See, the basic challenge is, is correct information, and
Correct
uh,
information,
correct information, then management,
management
management,
of the farm and investment.
farm and investment, right? So these are three basic things which is actually the challenge, because our youth, they can do it. There are immense capacity. They have immense capacity. They have, willing to do those things. But the point is, they are confused. They are confused because no one is exactly in the market who can tell to pick the right day old chick, because everything starts with the day old chick. If your selection of day old chick is not good, ultimately your end result will not be okay. And now, end of the day, you will understand that, oh, I choose a wrong business. Then over the farm management, if you are not following the current technique to build your farm, prevention is better than cure. Say, for example, prevention is better than cure. So those preventive measures, if they are not having that particular knowledge and that information, then
Fantastic.
end of the day, they will say, okay, this business is not good. I made it for 3,000 birds. After 5 weeks, this much of money I have put it to my business, and what I got, nothing. So
Fantastic.
this is the
So,
basic challenge.
oh, great. It's good to notice all of that. So, Dr. Abhijit, Dr. Amadip, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm there.
So, in view of the Indian experience, based on what Mr. Abhijit just pointed out as some of the challenges, how do
Mhm.
you think we can overcome it as soon as possible?
See, I don't find any challenges are there. See, the thing is that if your vision is very clear, then I don't find any challenge will be there. This is my personal feeling. And see, if my vision is clear, that means I have a clear background, like I have done my homework properly. Then obviously my marks will be very good in examination, right?
Yeah.
So what
That's
Abhijit
a
was saying very
motivation.
correctly, my preparation, that like the backbone of poultry industry is nothing but selection of your chick, the day old chick, whether that are from the well-known hatcheries, the birds are disease-free birds, their management I am aware about, and obviously the financial management if I know about farm as well as financial management. So there will not be any challenge over there.
Mm. Fantastic.
So,
So
and
I
obviously
mean,
we
it's
all
really been
professionals are sitting
interesting.
over here.
Mm.
Yeah,
Uh,
please.
it's really interesting to get all of this view and to find a way to explore this the meat value chain, the chicken meat value chain in Nigeria. Dr. Idris, in your closing remarks, let me start from you while we end it with the others. How can we sustain this industry or this segment of the value chain?
Yeah, how to sustain it is for every hand to be on deck. Professionally, we are there to help
Every hand to be on deck.
Yes.
Every farmer from the top to the bottom.
Yes, should be up and doing, and we should all involve ourselves in all the value chain. It's lucrative, and wherever we're investing in it will definitely come out. So we should just look for the way or the segment or to anywhere you can
Of the
find
market
yourself
to
in
explore.
the value chain, you can exploit it.
Okay, so I'll take you to Mr. Abhijit. What will be your closing remarks to everyone listening, maybe to farmers who want to invest, farmers who want to go into the meat value chain, or to anyone who is just listening to this podcast from anywhere across the globe or in any of our channel? What will be your basic advice to such of our followers? Hello, Mr. Avicii, are you with us? Okay, I'll go
I'm
to
with
Dr. Okay, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
So I'll go to Dr. Ahmadi. Dr. Ahmadi, are you with us? Hello?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you with
there.
us?
I'm there. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, so in your closing remarks, how can we sustain investment in this segment of the market, in this value
Okay.
chain?
I'm so sorry. I just read your message. Anyways, see, the thing is that as far as the closer remark is concerned, only I would like to say to the youth, don't be a job seeker. You be a job giver. So that by using
Don't. That's very instructive. Don't be a job seeker, be a job giver.
yeah. So
Wow,
this poultry farming doesn't require much space also, and evenly the initial investment is very less. So we can just start from backyard farming also, and the sky will be limit for this.
So, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and your commitment to this podcast. We sincerely want to appreciate all of you for joining us to have this conversation. We hope to do this again, same time, same channel, to where we discuss about everything about agriculture. My name is Adadu Ote. I'm your AgroTeller King here on this podcast, coming to you straight from the Leadership newspaper. Please feel free to like us, follow us on the YouTube channel and Twitter, all on Leadership NGA, on Instagram, and share this video with as many people you feel need this information to go around, and then so that we can share and propagate the gospel of agribusiness, food and agriculture across Africa. Thank you for your time. Thank you for following. We hope to come by with another yet interesting topic next week. Do have a lovely week ahead, and then make sure you eat everything. In fact, you don't have a choice. You must eat something agric and something food from the farm. Thank you, and do have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.